Girl, today I'm dressed very accordingly because, baby, let's just say this shit is a circus. There's a lot of clownery going on up in the household. Lots of clownery. Okay, I don't want to come across as too hateful, but I'm gonna be honest. I'm getting a little tired. I need something to start happening. I'm getting a little bored. I get that there's drama or whatever, but I'm getting a little bored, babe. Let's get into it. Okay, so starting the episode off, Tanisha is still pissed off at Sarah. They're still all in the kitchen from last week, all screaming at each other, screaming about nonsense.
Yeah, fuck this shit. Now fuck that shit. Y'all both want to be EPs? Half the house. Honestly, I like Tanisha.
I think Tanisha don't like you.
Although I will be honest, I do agree with Sarah's points. I think that Tanisha and Natalie, being the executive producers of the television program, that they should, step up a little bit and make sure that the girls are really set up and have hair and makeup and all that good stuff. That's kind of part of a TV show, I feel, So I totally get where Sarah is coming from, but I feel like Sarah is just coming at it in a weird way, and she just needs to stop talking, because clearly Tanisha's not feeling her, and Tanisha's getting pissed off, obviously. We talked about that last week. Everyone leaves the kitchen, everyone walks out, and Natalie and Tanisha have their emotional one-on-one, and this is when, y'all, if you are BGC fans, you probably watched Danny and Gabby's videos about this, and let me just say, once again, for Tanisha and Natalie, it is the acting for me. It is the acting for me. The only entertaining part about the whole Natalie and Tanisha confrontation was that Christina was acting a fool throughout the whole thing. She would come in through the middle and take a little drink. She would go pour herself another beverage. So Christina was making me laugh, but Natalie and Tanisha, they were making me cringe.
Christina.
My Gucci bag.
Yes, like the Gucci bag.
Who cares about that? No.
Right.
All right, guys, get Christina.
Why are you here? Like, what?
But they're both mad at each other because during the whole OnlyFans drama, they would go on Instagram Live and talk shit about each other's families and their husbands and their fiancés and their kids and their parenting and, all that good shit. I don't know. I feel like we already got resolved with that whole situation on Instagram Live and through the conversation and all that other kind of shit. So, I don't really care about the OnlyFans beef. Hopefully they stop talking about it after this.
There was a lot of things said about my family.
My family too.
Okay. Fair enough. My son.
My daughter.
Okay.
Adam.
My fiance.
My husband.
Okay.
Tanisha did, however, say one thing that was pretty juicy during the fight, and that was that Natalie allegedly said that she didn't want Tanisha to be part of the OnlyFans because ain't nobody want to see a fat girl on OnlyFans. Not my opinion, those are Tanisha's words, not mine. Which, if Natalie really did say that, then I fucking get why Tanisha's upset. That's really fucking rude. Honey, that's really mean. Poor Tanisha, that would make me feel like shit if I was Tanisha. So I am siding with Tanisha on this one. I'll take her word for it. Natalie, of course, said that she never said that, but I'm gonna take Tanisha's word for it. Who knows?
Time out, not lying.
Hate me because I'm fat?
No.
You think I'm fat?
Time out. You always go back
You think I'm fat? You said nobody gonna pay $20 to see my fat ass on
You are
OnlyFans. You a fucking lie. They love a teddy bear bitch like me. You don't like fat people.
But, they cry, they make up, and kind of throughout the whole thing, they're laughing and cracking jokes. Tanisha brings out her backpack and pulls out some Tiger Balm and is like, this is for your sore muscles because I know you've been fighting the girls. And they laugh, and it really wasn't that big of a deal, but whatever. And then another thing in the middle of that, Natalie did mention that they have some other things planned that I don't know if they're going to do this season or if it's just something that they're talking about and never is actually going to get done. But Natalie mentioned Baddies Boot Camp, a little Baddies Brunch. They wanted to do Baddies Club appearances, all that kind of good stuff, which hopefully they do and hopefully we see on the show. So right now we're going to talk about Judy and Sydney because they got into it once again. This was a semi-entertaining argument. I don't know. Again, some of it seemed like it was dragging a little bit. I think they need to get on with it a little bit. But it all starts because Sarah goes to talk to Judy in her room, and Judy says that she doesn't want the cameras in there because her makeup doesn't look good. It's the end of the night. She's not happy the way she's looking. Seems to be a big point of contention on this whole show is the fact that nobody's happy with their makeup. So really, maybe Tanisha and Natalie should have arranged some more makeup artists to come and do the girls' makeup. Although I'm really dragging Sarah. She is right about that. Never mind, but you know. But Sydney overhears the fact that Judy is upset about not looking good and she doesn't want the cameras in there. She wants privacy. And she says, bitch, well, this is my room too. So guess what? You're not getting privacy. So Sydney comes marching on in and she's like, bring the cameras. Come on in. Come on, Sarah. Bring the cameras. Let's go. And she's like, bitch, I don't care if you want privacy. Too bad.
No filming. Absolutely not. My hair and makeup is not done.
I'm trying to figure out a way to get Judy out the fucking house. I mean, I'm letting them know to come the fuck in.
You know people don't like you, right?
To come in and show all the ugliness. I'm ready.
Please,
I want privacy.
This is like,
We in here,
I want
bruh.
privacy. I'm not about to be on camera.
We in here, bro. We here.
Judy.
Sydney, you're going home.
We're here.
We cut to Sydney's confessional and she's saying something like, I'm trying to piss Judy off because I want to get her out of this house. And then when they're back in the room and they're fighting, Judy's like, okay, Sydney, you're leaving tonight. Okay, you're going to be out of this house. And that's the energy that I want, you know, kicking the girls out. I really want someone to like pack her fucking bag. I don't know who, but I hope Sydney packs Judy's bags and tries to really kick her out of the house. That would be lovely. That's the BGC energy that I'm craving, that I am looking for, baby. I need it. Oh my God, I fell out dying when in the middle of the whole thing, Judy said to Sydney, girl, I think you're just jealous because people tell me that I look like Mariah Carey. It was very much Hottie saying that she looked like Beyonce on Flavor of Love. It was very much that energy. Very much.
Look like the train.
People say I look like Mariah Carey.
And then I was also dying because throughout the whole thing, Sarah was just in the corner waving in front of Judy's face like, Judy, fix your makeup. Girl, fix your makeup. Judy, fix your makeup. And then finally Judy was like, I don't know how. I literally can't fix my makeup. Sorry. So damn, that was rough, Judy. That was rough. But again, this whole thing, it was entertaining, but it seemed a little bit weird, a little bit forced, a little bit drawn on. They were both kind of like chuckling and laughing and like, you know, it didn't seem like it was very authentic, I will say. No tea, no shade. It was just a little weird. And then it's like, okay, let me talk about this real quick. I think maybe it's the editing that's making it seem a little bit inauthentic. Because the way it just cuts from scene to scene with no explanation, with nothing in between. For example, we immediately after Judy and Sydney have their little thing, we cut right to the next morning and it's Janelle and Seven talking on the balcony. And it literally feels like they said, okay, let's start shooting. Janelle, Seven, get in place. Here's your mark. Action. It doesn't seem like Janelle and Seven really just were waking up and having a good time and walked out on the balcony and had a genuine conversation. It definitely feels like they were put there to have a conversation. And then Christina comes in to join the conversation. And it really feels like a producer probably said, okay, go out now. Go out. It's your turn. Join. I said this last week, but I know that they don't want to have camera crew there 24/7 because the girls want their privacy. And obviously they don't want to pay for camera crew 24/7. I get that. But I think that they should at least have like maybe a little montage in the morning, just like 45 seconds. And it's just like the girls waking up, stretching, getting out of bed. Even if it's fake, they could pretend it's real. But just to have the girls waking up in the morning, making breakfast, having coffee, getting ready. So that way it doesn't just seem like, okay, scene, go. Next scene, go. Speaking of the next scene, like I was just saying, it's Christina, Janelle, and Seven. And they're talking about whatever's just been happening the last couple nights. And Christina comes and explains, you know, last night she was a little bit turned because she had a little bit too much to drink. Oh, hold on. Actually, before all this happened, actually the night before, after Tanisha and Natalie, Christina and Sydney had a little conversation. And this is why I love Christina. She did say to Sydney that she's over it. She's leaving the house. She's quitting the show. She said that, but Sydney talked her back into it. She said, at least stay 2 more days, stay in the house, because I want to go to the gay bar. I want to take all you guys to the gay bar, show you guys my people, go to a drag show. I was like, yes, Sydney, this is why I love you. And then Christina was like, okay, you know what? If anything, I'm going to stay just for that, just because I want to go to the gay bar and I want to party with everybody. Period. So this is just why I love those two girls. This is why I love Christina.
You could get down and dirty with me. When you go low, I go high. And that's why I'm here, and that's why I'm leaving tomorrow.
I wanted to take us all out to a gay night of my community.
If there's any bitch who's gonna support gay, trans, LGBT, it's gonna be me. I'm gonna stay on the strength of that. Sydney, on the strength of you.
You'll stay for me.
Because you are asking me respectfully. I'll honor it, but I'm not staying the entire duration of this.
And that actually was kind of a gaggy moment when Christina was saying that she's probably going to leave the show. I personally, like I said last week, I think Christina is giving us the show. So I hope she does not leave. I don't know what the show is going to be without Christina. I hope she does not leave in the next couple episodes. I pray if anybody leaves, it's going to be Judy. Sorry, but I'm against all the transphobic comments, Mom. If anyone's got to go, it's going to be Miss Juders. I'm calling it. But back to Christina, Janelle, and Seven. They were all hanging out on the balcony, and obviously I was saying Christina was explaining herself. She was just a little bit too turnt last night, and she was just trying to have a good time. You know, she regrets it already. You know, that's the good thing. Christina already waking up the next morning, not even having to watch it back on TV, already is like, okay, I was a little too crazy the last couple days. I need to calm down. This is not what I need to represent for myself. I'm trying to be a businesswoman. Hello. And I need to remove myself from the situation. It's really nice to see the maturity in Christina, even though last night she was going off. And, you know, she explains to Seven and Janelle that the whole thing with the makeup artist was just one whole big miscommunication and big misunderstanding, and that she has known Freedom, the makeup artist, for a while before the show, and she's gotten her makeup done by him, and she didn't understand that he was only allowed to do Natalie's makeup on the set. And she got upset because Natalie kept going around saying that Freedom had to chase her down to get her money, blah, blah, blah. Whatever. You know, I feel like we've talked about this so much. Does it really matter? I don't care.
Speak of the damn devil.
What? Why am I the devil? We were arguing over something as stupid as glam. I didn't know for this particular project that he was only exclusive to her. The messages were a little confusing because, you know, not only did he do your face, he did yours, he did mine. So how was I to know that all of a sudden the rules changed?
The kitchen.
You mean later that night?
Yes,
later
that night. Thought we was.
So no, here's where I'm gonna squash that. I was just
bitch.
Once again, it's like, cut. They change the camera positions, go downstairs, get Natalie in, here's your mark, Christina in, here's your mark, action. And we're in the next scene with Natalie and Christina, and they're having a talk, which is, again, all the show is everyone just sitting there talking. Nothing else has happened. I'm getting a little upset, you guys. I want something to happen. And this is no shade towards the Zeus Network, because I love the Zeus Network. I watched all of Jocelyn's Cabaret Season 1. I watched Be Simone. I watched One More Chance. I'm loving Jocelyn's Cabaret Season 2, like I've been saying. But I'm needing something to start happening outside of the house, outside of them just sitting on the couch talking and then standing up and security coming and separating them. Because I'm a little bored of it. This is the thing. It's really all of this just like back and forth, talking in circles, he said, she said kind of shit. You didn't pay the makeup artist. I did pay the makeup artist. He had to chase you down. No, he didn't. But, you know, they do occasionally throw some low blows. Natalie brought up some fucked up shit about, like, an ex-boyfriend of hers saying that Christina was on some drugs or some of this kind of stuff. Obviously don't know nothing about that.
So if I'm reaching out to one of your exes in regards to your well-being, I'm asking, what's Christina on? Because it's got to be something. Because you're all over the place.
It's not Natalie's place in front of the cameras right then and right there to out Christina for having a drug problem, whether it's true or not. It's not really her place. But after they argue about the whole thing, once again, Natalie stands up and then Christina stands up. Natalie puts her fingers in Christina's face. Christina gets pissed off and...
No. He chased you around.
He did not chase
Christina,
you around.
He chased you the fuck around. I stand up, she stands up, and it's about to be on and popping once again. All day, he chased you the fuck around all day. No, fuck you. No, fuck you, bitch. No, bitch, let me go.
Tries to push her, the security comes and grabs them both, and they start screaming. as one does on a reality television show. But of course, it ends on a cliffhanger, once again, with them in the middle of their fight. And again, I don't really care about this fight. I don't care about Christina getting her makeup done. This is not a very interesting storyline, and it feels like it's dragging. It's only 3 episodes, but it's definitely something that was brought up and then solved in the first episode, in my mind. Obviously, the girls in real life are upset about it, so it's gonna be following us for the rest of the season, I guess. I'm very curious to see what the rest of the fights are about, though. Like, you know, we saw some other fights in the trailer. I'm really curious to see what happens with Sarah and Seven. Obviously, Sarah just be getting on the girls' nerves all the time. I don't know what it is about her. Something about her. She just always pisses off the other girls. Poor Sarah. I like Sarah. I shit on her a lot, but I do like Sarah. But like I said, I'm excited for them to extend outside of the house. I really want them to go to the club, go to the bar, go to some parties, do some photo shoots, like do some more real things. And I also just want them to have more build up to the storylines, because like I was saying before, it really just seems like they have the girls sit down and say action and go. Like, for all we know, they're really not even sleeping in the house. I have no idea that they're actually living there, and they all may be in different Airbnbs and different hotels, and they're all coming there to film those little skits. I don't know if it's real. I don't see them waking up in the morning. I don't see them going to sleep. I don't see them getting home. But I'll take y'all's word for it, I guess. Anyway, I'm excited to see what's gonna happen next week. You guys, once again, I know this is about baddies, but if you have Zeus, or if you don't have Zeus, I think fucking Jocelyn's Cabaret is giving what this show is not giving. I'm obsessed with Jocelyn's Cabaret. It has some deep storylines. Obviously, you guys know the whole double homicide meme because that went viral. But I think Jocelyn's Cabaret is really giving me what Baddies is not. And I think it was kind of a bad idea on the Zeus network to have them air at the same time. Maybe have Baddies go first, and then once that's finished, have Jocelyn's Cabaret, or vice versa. But having them air literally, they air, if you guys don't know, they both come out on Sunday night. Jocelyn's Cabaret came out like 2 weeks before Baddies Atl, but they both come out on Sunday nights now. So it's like, once you watch Baddies Atl at 6 o'clock, Jocelyn's Cabaret comes on at 8 o'clock, and you kind of forget about what just happened on Baddies, because what happened to Jocelyn's Cabaret was so lit and so much better. But that's obviously not what this is about, and this isn't really about anything anymore because this is fucking over. JK. Not really, though. The video is over. I'm sorry, but they ended it on a cliffhanger. We'll see what happens next week. I really have, at this point, I have no expectations anymore. Let's see what happens. But anyway, thank you guys once again so much for watching. Make sure you subscribe and like the video. If you didn't like the video, go ahead and dislike it. I really don't care. And in fact, if you did dislike it, go ahead and tell me in the comments what you hate the most about me and my videos. I really want to know. Again, thank you guys so much for watching. I love you. Bye.